Hey Ricky, where are we today?
Good morning. We are on my farm, Wildfire Farm, which is in Dungay, New South Wales.
Cool, and what are we going to do today?
Well, we are first going to harvest some bits and pieces for my chooks, and then we're going to do a bit of a feed run. So we're going to feed pigs, goats, and the big layer chicken flock. Water some gardens. It's going to be fun.
Cool. Should we go?
Yeah, come on.
Lovely. So, where are you going to go after we finish all these things?
I'm going to go to Nutra HQ and probably get stuck into 500 meetings, which is always good fun. And yeah, it'll be good fun.
Cool. What's your job at Nutra?
I am the Chief Operations Officer, which is a fancy way of saying I look after most of the things that move. So I look after research and development, logistics and warehousing, and production, procurement, manufacturing.
Wow, big job.
Yes, it's a great job.
And who started Nutra Organics?
It was started originally by my parents in 1998, Mark and Darlene.
Why did they create it?
Oh, they have always been super, super healthy people. And I mean, my mum, was healthy from being a baby, I reckon. But realised at a certain point there's not a lot left in normal soils. So they started mixing super greens and reds as their first product on our kitchen bench, and people started asking for it, and I don't know, the business was born.
That's so special.
Yeah.
What's one thing that hasn't changed since the day Nutra started?
The commitment to quality. Like, we order every single gram and every single ingredient, and that commitment to having the best of the best. There's this saying in the business that's always been there, that if my parents wouldn't feed it to their grandchildren, that it would never make it into a product, and that's still the same.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What would be your normal morning routine?
Oh, okay. Well, I train with a local crew in town. And at the moment I'm training for like a 9K, like kind of obstacle course, muddy obstacle course. So that's going to be fun. And then I come home, do the crazy lunch packing, school run. I go to work, I ice bath normally, and then go to work and get into it.
That sounds jam-packed.
Yes.
What would be the meaning of Nutra Organics?
So Nutra Organics is Nutra, like sciencey, and then organics being nature. So the marriage of science and nature together. Yeah.
Do you have a personal favourite product?
It's like asking me to choose one of my kids as my favourite. Okay, I've got like 5 that are topping my list, but I would say probably beef bone broth garden herb, because it's the one I use almost every day. But a close second would be super greens and reds, and a close third would be Collagen Beauty blueberry wildflowers, my favourite. So, okay, 3.
We'll allow it. Which product do you think has helped the most amount of people?
I think it's probably super greens and reds, because it is the most, like, it's the first one we did. And so by the sheer number of just doses that people have had in life, I think it's the one that would have made the most difference.
And do you have any vision of where Nutra will be in 10 years?
I mean, sky's the limit. Our vision is to deeply nourish 10 million people. So I think we're well on our way to that, but we will be doing what we're doing and deeply nourishing people for 100 years to come.
So we're going to go through the chickens. How many animals have you got on your farm?
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, so we have 85 breeding cattle, beef cattle. We have 140 chooks, 15 pigs, 2 dogs, 3 kids. Maybe the kids aren't classed as animals. And 20 goats. So about 240 heartbeats that I love and are responsible for. Hello, girls. Come on.
Do you name any of these chickens?
Oh, yes. These ones I do. Oh, sorry, sweetie. These ones I do because they're our like little kind of house flock. So, so yeah, I've named one Mags after Mags at work. And there's Spotty, who is the sister of Dottie, who is at my sister's place. So I named these girls, but the girls that are in our commercial laying flock, there's 130 of them, and they all are Isa Brown, so they all look the same. And so they're just the ladies who lay. That's what their names are. All of them.
Is there something that you're working on at Nutra that no one knows about that you can share with us?
Well, I'd have to kill you if I told you, so that's going to be difficult. But let's just say we are so excited about what we do that future us is just going to make it more and more convenient to be deeply nourished. I'm not saying any more than that.
Lips are sealed.
Yep, that's right.
And what would you say makes Nutra different?
Oh, so many things. I mean, we started 25 years ago, so we're consistent, right? We solve problems for customers, so we continue to be the leaders in innovation. We are our real self. We bring our whole selves to work, and we actually love each other for real. Like, we're the family we choose to spend all day with. We are proud and bold, which I think is rare in business. Sorry, you can hear the guinea fowl. That's like the bark, 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 bark. They're over there in my garden. We drink the Kool-Aid, right? So we walk the walk, and we really live what we preach as a business. We're a bit crazy. We're unique. I'll give you that. We have a heritage you absolutely cannot fake, and it's unreplicatable in my opinion. And we have the best staff, team, group of people that decide to hang out together that you could literally ever have in the whole entire world. And I say that totally unbiasedly.
And what does sustainability mean to you?
Well, zucchini. So sustainability, it means that we can provide for ourselves today without stealing the ability for future generations to be able to provide for themselves in the future.
And can I ask, why do you grow your own food?
Oh, man, the joy, the sheer 1000% joy that you get when you grow something and then you come up with your kids in the afternoon and you pick that something and then you cut it fresh and you cook it and you eat it. It is the most purest joy. And the fact that I can plant a seed and then get something that I can eat and I can nourish other people with it, it's honestly, it's not lost on me still after all this time.
What would you say is the most important thing to the Nutra brand?
Consistent transparency. So continuing to be transparent about everything we do, because then you know it's authentic.
Which was Nutra's first product?
Super greens and reds. It's not in its original form. It looked a little bit different because things that weren't on the market, like Australian organic kale, didn't exist. Or it did, but it was in the deli counters, not in nutritional foods. So it's been reformulated a stack of times, but Super Greens and Reds was our first product.
What would you say is the biggest thing you've learnt from being a part of Nutra?
How to work in a team, like how to actually be a valued team member that does what they say they're going to do, and kind of lift each other up when it doesn't seem like that's a natural thing to do.
What would you say is the most bizarre thing you've had to do at work?
Well, I have worked for Nutra for a long time, so that's an interesting one. Probably when we were really rapidly growing, we had two boys 13 months apart, and so we used to bring our tiny little children in, Simon and I, who worked both in manufacturing, and we would play pallet Tetris by taping these sections out and taking all of the pallets out and then literally squeezing every single pallet in as much as possible, to the point where all of our team members had to climb pallets to get to the lunch table at a certain point. So that was a pretty wild time.
What would be your proudest moment at Nutra?
Interestingly, my proudest moment at Nutra, I get to live again and again. And my proudest moment is when someone finds out I work for Nutra, or I have to give someone my email address and it's, at Nutra Organics. And they go, oh, Nutra Organics, I take your insert product, Collagen Beauty, Super Greens and Reds, or, oh, my kids refuse to eat veggies and I give them Veggie Hero. And just how proud I feel that we're actually making a difference to the health of all of these different individuals. Or they say, oh, my mum, she was really sick and, this really helped her. And I feel like that constant, just this real time experience with people at really making a difference in their health. That's my proudest moment, and it happens regularly.
And how are you going to spend celebrating 25 years of Nutra?
Well, we are planning on partying, like having a proper party. So we're going to have parties together in the office. We're going to have a party as a family. We're going to have parties outside the office. We're going to have parties. We're just going to party. It's going to be great. I mean, making it 25 years in business is such an achievement, and it's not lost on us. And so we're going to party with our team. We're going to celebrate, kind of getting to this amazing milestone and celebrate our heritage, but also celebrate our future and what we're going to do. And that's continue to renovate the health and wellness of Australians everywhere.
Thank you so much for showing me through your farm, Ricki.
It's an absolute pleasure. You're welcome anytime.